going to be the fucking accountant, fucking start punching us and stuff and
No,
all that.
I'm full of cold. I don't want to sneeze on camera.
Bad boys for life. Hello, right, okay, so what I'm going to do is tomorrow, which is Saturday, I don't know what my arm went like that for. Tomorrow is Saturday, I'm going to drop Bad Boys 1, 2 and 3. And just so you know, I highly recommend you go to see this at the pictures because it's took 16, 17 years to get a sequel from Bad Boys 2. And this is the first appearance of Britbo in this little mini-series. Now, I've watched Bad Boys 2 last night and the night before I watched Bad Boys, and I'm a massive fan of Bad Boys. Brittany wanted to watch Bad Boys 2 last night, and I had to buy Brittany Bad Boys 2 on Blu-ray, so we both watched it last night. It was 2:30 this morning when that thing finished.
Oh, I had watched that by 7:30 last night.
Right, so basically, I didn't watch much of the trailers. I seen that it was made. I was happy for it. There's a lot of social media stuff going on there, and I went into this really blind. Michael Bay, obviously not directing this, but it's great to see Michael Bay passing the torch. We are going to start spoiling this again. Michael Bay appearance in it is did you recognise Michael Bay?
I wouldn't know Michael Bay if you walked into my
Michael Bay
shop.
is the guy who hands the microphone when he's in the wheelchair.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's Michael Bay.
Oh, because a couple of people stared when he came on. I was like, who's that?
So basically picks up years later. Mike Larry has not stayed with Marcus's sister. They write that one off. Mike Larry's a bit of a sex pest as his past is about to come back to haunt him. And basically what this has done is what they've done is, I think they're creating a new mini trilogy for Will Smith, because you've got the new breed coming in, you've got out and in with the old. Martin Lawrence is back in the spotlight. At first I was not enjoying it, I'll be honest with you. I don't think the intro was, I mean, they get it out, like the chase and all that at the start, just to get to the hospital. It's kind of been there and done. It's great to see him back in a Porsche. It should be black. The Porsche has character. The score, a little bit, it's getting there. But the comedy was there, and then it's got a shock value as it gets gunned down. And that's quite, oh, fucking hell, you didn't see that coming. Then it's 6 months later, and Michael Bay turns up. But yeah, it's sort of like, are they going to be, is it for life and all that, and like Martin Lawrence, they've really given Martin Lawrence a lot more comedic value in making Will Smith the more action star. They've really made Martin Lawrence in this, I hate to say it, almost like a little mini sidekick in a way. I
felt like Martin Lawrence was funnier in the second half.
Well, that's it, because Martin Lawrence was sitting on the sidelines for a while, because obviously they're telling a story, and it's Will Smith's story, Martin Lawrence, he's got his family. It's great to see. It's great to see like his wife back in it, and then obviously his girlfriend's boyfriend. It's obviously the same actors.
Reggie.
It's great to see Joe Palorano from the Goonies back in it as the captain, and it sets it up, and it's got a real serious tone. It doesn't exactly have loads of comedic stuff at the start, setting up the bad guy, giving a bit of conspiracy about what the storyline is, and then it introduces almost like the new cast. You go for Jenna Hudson there. She's absolutely beautiful there.
Who?
The waitress girl. She's in Frozen Ground. She's in High School Musical, hence the pun of the High School Musical girl.
Vanessa Hudgens?
That's her.
As in short cropped hair, gold dress?
No, that's not her. That's...
Oh, the one with the black and blonde hair.
The one who gets shot in the leg.
Oh, she's beautiful. She's hot. Yeah, she's hot.
She's in a High School Musical. I think that's where the joke comes from. But it's all the high tech it's bringing in. It's almost like what they try to do Expendables 3. They've got the high tech gadgets now, the new generation. You're not going to go, like Martin Lawrence in the last 13 years, 17 years, whatever it is, has learned how to fly a drone to be a detective. They're getting old. They know that they're playing on it, which is quite good. They're doing the whole, almost like pre Danny Glover in Lethal Weapon. I'm too old for this shit. That's what Martin Lawrence is going for in this. I really want to see Eddie Murphy and just Wesley Snipes standing on the side of the road as the car went past. Would have been a great cameo, especially with a viral social media picture a couple of months back. It changes pace near the end. Now the couple of action scenes which are outstanding. I love the bit when he jumps across and he starts firing again when Martin Lawrence is at home fighting with his fucking heating system and watching daytime television. The bit where he flies through the purple smoke.
Yeah.
I thought that's good because the film is quite drained of colour and ways, and Miami just like glows of neon. I wanted to see more neon in this. The music was a lot different as well in the nightclub scenes. Like if you look at the stuff from Club Hell in the original one, it's that proper heavy, like,
A lot of R&B, isn't there?
it was really R&B.
Yeah.
I said this, we went to see with Carl. Carl had a great time. I said this though, I think personally the tyrant in this movie, the witch, should have been Jennifer Lopez. I thought that would have, like, because it's again the antagonist, and I don't want to spoil it too much if you've seen it, but the Roman Reigns kid, he was really good in it, but I thought it would have been cool to have a more established actor. Yes, she's probably a massive star in Mexico, and I'm going to like be getting like, I'm like, whoa, don't pull your fucking witchcraft the dead shit on me, man. I'm just saying, for international market. But again, Bad Boys, the French, the Colombian, the Cuban, and the Mexican have always had them like sort of uprising but really solid actors, and there was nothing wrong with the performance. I just didn't believe that, Will Smith would have had a thing for him, because he's always like,
Yeah.
it was just a bit of a mixed match.
She was very different to the other girls he's been with, wasn't she?
But again, one of the best bits of the movie was, it was really cool to see some really long good camera shots. There was a lot of them.
Brutal deaths.
There's a lot of brutal deaths
There
in
was,
it.
yeah.
There's a lot of funny bits. Obviously the bodies on the car, which is used heavily in the adverts, really good. Shocking deaths as well. Someone had to go, from the original. Someone's got to turn the tides. The bike chase is fucking brilliant.
Oh, that was unreal.
The bike chase, the comedy in it.
His sidecar.
Well, even when he jumps up and he does the whole, it's almost like a slam dunk to hand onto the helicopter, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Compared to what Bad Boys 2 was like last night when I was watching it, when you think the movie's over and then they end up in Cuba and then they go down the fucking hill with a Hummer.
Oh, the scene with the plane.
That's it. Last night, if anyone was watching, I said I would totally forget about something about Bad Boys 2, and it was the fucking rats pile driving each other, because there's a rat scene and you think that there was going to be another comment, but there wasn't. There was a couple of scenes in the aeroplane. There was such a touchy good comment. Again, Martin Lawrence was just sort of like, this movie starts and Martin Lawrence gets lit, and by the end of it, it's like a really brilliant return to Martin Lawrence, because he has been missing for a while. Yes, he has been in prison, we understand that, but he's done some great comedic talent. He has been at the limelight, and I think this is really well good. The shootout scene, the beautiful abandoned old theatre class building and stuff, was really good, but I think it was really like some good bits in it, the good shootouts and all that kind of stuff. But again, it was like they built all the new cast up, and they all had their bits, so it's almost like a group team. So this film has been in the works for nearly 2 decades, and it's been well ideated that there is going to be a fourth, and this is left wide open, and this is probably going to be Sony's little answer for the next couple of years to Fast and the Furious.
Do you think that's going to be the Hobbs and Shaw?
It's not that though. At the end of the day, I mean, it's never going to happen, but at the end of the day, they could exist in the same universe as well. It's not heightened that much, but I would like to see in Bad Boys, what they could do with Bad Boys 4 is bring in a big named actor to go against them.
The Rock.
Probably won't do it because of Fast and the Furious, but I would. No, the thing is, I would like to see Will Smith and The Rock in one film. The summit would work really well there, but no, they need to be. I mean, it could be. To be honest with you, it could be someone like Sylvester Stallone, when he comes in and just plays a ruthless bad guy. Something like that. They could do that.
Or they could get like Mel Gibson or Danny Glover and start throwing some Lethal Weapon shit in there.
Yeah, well, it's getting owned by Sony, so I don't know where the rights for Lethal Weapon. But again, the door's wide open for Force. So it was some of the highlights with the chase, the humour.
Well, the scene just after the start of the credits. Goes and sees him in prison.
Goes and sees him in prison. At the start of the credits, at the end of the credits, you mean?
Whatever.
It's setting up the fourth one, yeah. Setting up the fourth.
So stay for the credits.
Yeah, well, I said that, yeah, stay for the outtakes, see the outtakes. Right, here in the outtakes, Bad Boys 1, Bad Boys 2 and Bad Boys 3. your quick overview, because you've watched them as well. But
Oh, what?
well, no, hang on. The first one, right? This is what I've got to say. The first one, as soon as it hits,
Oh, God, yeah.
that opening scene, from them driving to when it goes and Bad Boys across the screen, that is the best intro.
It's funny because we watched Bad Boys 1 separately on the same night.
And Bad Boys 2.
And the same with Bad Boys 2. And on the night of Bad Boys 1, he messaged me and said, watching Bad Boys 1 now, love the score. I was like, I've already Googled it, it's free. We can't get it.
I've got the CD somewhere up there.
So we love the score.
Bad Boys 2 though, I mean obviously Dr. Dre came in on the score and that. I didn't even like the font with Bad Boys 2. The intro was a little bit different. It was showing you the circulation of the pills. This though had the chase scene at the start, what you're going to get with a Porsche. So
Did Bad Boys 2 have a different director to Bad Boys 1?
no, it's Michael Bay.
Is it? Oh, see, I felt it was like a total different movie.
Well, I talked about this there in the last couple because Michael Bay made Bad Boys and that was his first ever movie. And what a fucking film he made, right?
Jesus.
He went off to make... He did a lot of music videos and stuff like that, but he went off, did The Rock, he did Armageddon, he did Pearl Harbor. I think he might have done
so he went and done a load of action shit.
He did a load of action shit and then came back and did Bad Boys and they just went, right, that's why it's 2.5 hours, because he was just like, oh, it's Michael Bay's making a fucking movie.
I preferred 1 to 2. I love them both. Number 2 was a lot longer. Oh my god. The score to number 1 was a lot better. I don't know, I think I like the comedy more in number 1 as well.
Going back to who could be a really good antagonist for Bad Boys 4, Nicolas Cage. And people go, oh fucking Nicolas Cage will do anything. He probably will. But Nicolas Cage, again, is another actor that was made to be a fucking action star because of Michael Bay. And that would be a great throwback. Because that would be really cool. But no, it's like Bad Boys 2, like the chemistry in the first one, the soundtrack, the hip hop kind of stuff, the style, the colour is fucking class. The ending is class.
You know what scene I love on number 2? The last scene where the pool bursts and they're just floating out singing Bad Boys into the lake. I absolutely love that scene.
Again, there's elements, but again, when it comes to action scene, it just goes fucking right over the top. But for a franchise now that exists nearly one instalment every decade, to see it, we want it. You know, we wanted Will Smith and Martin Lawrence back together, and Will Smith's, you know what I mean. It's great to see him invested because he even produced it. So I will say this though, I didn't realise that the 15 going into it, and I would have said it could have done with being a little bit more the F dropping, and no, just not going to say it or anything like that. The N dropping as well with this kind of style of movie with them too.
But did you notice? Martin Lawrence's favourite quote in this movie is, "Oh shit." I lost count of how many times he went, "Oh shit." I was like, oh, yeah. Okay.
Well, it's when he comes out and sees his wife standing at Mike Larry's hotel. He's like, oh shit, I was getting right.
I just can't believe they got Reggie back. I was like, get in.
It's all like Dumb and Dumber where they had to find their fucking Tweety on social media, the blind boy who keep to sell the bird to. You know, it's probably... You know, I had to rewind Bad Boys 2 the other night, and I was like, was that fucking Jaden Smith getting dragged off to the penitentiary? Going to fucking knock you out? And I rewound it back and realised the guy was white for a start, but just he had like the big curly hair with a little bit of bleach, and I thought, you know what, you don't realise that, maybe it's like Will Smith's kids could have been in there, because you don't realise. It's true. Like the Waynes. You go back to like Kevin earlier films, and you go, fucking hell, there's Marlon. Marlon's, done well. So yep, I highly recommend Bad Boys. It's great that they're doing it, and obviously there'll be a 4th one, but I am dropping all 3 reviews tomorrow. Simple, easy, no jumping around. It's great to have Britbo here in the end one as a special guest. Hired a car, but we didn't have the camera because I've been at work. But yeah, thanks for watching. Check out Bad Boys. Go and see the pictures, because if you go and see the pictures, it was packed. Actually, I've got to say this. What is the last thing I've got to say? It was fucking packed tonight, and it's fucking awesome to see that the pictures.
Opening night as well.
Yeah, when we went to see Rambo, there was 5 people there.
Oh, I wasn't there.
But we went to see, was it Predator we went to see?
We went to see Predator.
And there was 4 people there.
Something else we seen opening night as well. I really can't remember what it was. You went on your own for one when I was away. Halloween?
It was Halloween. I just dropped in after work for that one.
Yeah.
I just dropped in on that, but it was days after though. And one of the other ones was Godzilla. Wasn't really there. Right, thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.
Bye.
And now, the end is here.
One final outtake for the Bad Boys video. Yep, got 2 copies. Let's say I had to buy it just for Brit can watch it, so yeah. yeah, Fat Boys 1, Fat Boys 2. Do. Right, that's the end of that video. Go and see the pictures.